Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of poetry and discovering how to bring your ideas to life with ChatGPT. Whether you're looking for fresh inspiration or aiming to polish your verses, well, this video has everything you need to craft a unique, expressive poem. As always, don't forget to check the pinned comment for extra resources and tips to enhance your poetic skills. Let's jump right in. Inspiration is the heartbeat of any poem, but sometimes we just don't know where to start. A strong poem often begins with an idea that resonates deeply, like a memory, an emotion, or even a simple object. So today we'll see how ChatGPT can help us kick off this process. So I'll start with a theme that often stirs up a lot of feeling: nostalgia. All right, so I'm going to put my prompt right here. So here's what I crafted together. So I'd say, ChatGPT, I'd like to write a poem about the feeling of nostalgia, just what I stated earlier. Also, here's an addition. Could you suggest some evocative images or words associated with it? All right, now that we have the prompt all together, we're just going to send this. So as we're going to send this, ChatGPT is going to generate some ideas and such that are perfect for setting the tone of our poem. It's depending on what the results will be for ChatGPT, from ChatGPT, that is. So let's see if it brings up any interesting visuals or metaphors we might not have considered. All right. Okay, so here it is. This is what ChatGPT had suggested. Here we go. So here is what it offers with like words such as faded, memories or colors, a golden, light or days, or warm, embraces or sunlight. There's also image details like golden hour light. Right here, there's a few more details right there. Another one, a swing set in the twilight, slightly moving as if someone just left it. Echoing footsteps in an old house right here, like traces of past inhabitants still lingering. And yeah, so these details are perfect for building a sense of nostalgia. Now, you can choose one or two of these suggestions right here that ChatGPT listed down just to anchor your poem that you're making, which could help stay focused on the mood that you want to convey. So feel free to choose anything, one or two, based on what ChatGPT has suggested for you. See? Now that we've uncovered some inspiration, let's consider how the structure of a poem can enhance the mood. Different forms can bring out unique qualities, whether it's the concise nature of a haiku, the flowing lines of free verse, or the structured depth of a sonnet. Each has its own way of connecting with the reader. So let's see what ChatGPT suggests for our theme in a few different styles. All right, so here's the prompt they put together right here. So I would say, ChatGPT, I want my poem to have right here, a theme of a reflective, introspective feel. Okay, can you show me examples of how this mood could work in a haiku, free verse, or sonnet? See, I decided to do all three and see which poem form would fit very well with this mood right here. Okay, so with this prompt, ChatGPT should help us visualize how each poetic form can lend a different energy to the same theme. So I'm curious to see how these forms capture an introspective tone. So let's see. All right, great. So ChatGPT has provided us with three distinct examples. Okay, so let's go over with each of these poetic forms. So starting off here, the haiku really captures a single fleeting moment, which is perfect for quick, impactful imagery. See here? There we go. So for free verse, it really flows naturally, I must say. Almost like a stream of consciousness. And then down here, the sonnet, well, it really adds a more structured depth, which gives room to explore the theme in detail. So, this really helps us decide which style best captures the feel we're going for. Each form here has a different resonance, that is, I must say, and choosing one can really shape the reader's experience. Alright, so if you find this video helpful so far, don't forget to subscribe to get notified whenever we post a new video. And if you could take just 2 seconds to smash that like button, it would help us get traction in the YouTube algorithm. Now, let's take our poem to the next level with powerful imagery and metaphors. Those are the elements that make readers feel and connect with the words on a deeper level. So instead of saying something plainly like, I feel lonely, we want to express it in a way that really resonates. So let's see how ChatGPT can help us come up with some unconventional imagery for the theme of loneliness. And so here's the prompt that I come up with right over here. So I also ask the same prompt structure here. Can you suggest some unconventional metaphors and sensory details that evoke feelings of isolation without directly saying it? Without directly saying it right here and right. Yep. So we're asking ChatGPT to think outside the box here. So our goal is to find fresh and unexpected images that capture the feeling without being too obvious and overused, or overused as well. So let's send this off and see how ChatGPT recommended for us. All right. So look at the suggestions. All right. So here are the following right over here. So, with metaphors, as you can see, it says here with the abandoned book, for example, like a forgotten dust covered novel in a high, unreachable shelf. Words trapped in silence, waiting for eyes that will never come. See how detailed it is without, revealing what object that was described here. It's depending on how you could imagine that one based off that. To me, I already imagine it as a book, though. So another one right here for the metaphors: a shoreline at dawn, washed over by waves that retreat again and again, leaving no mark on the sand. So yeah, that is deserted ocean shore. All right, let's go down to sensory details like ticking of a clock amplified in the quiet, each second passing without witness, distant laughter muffled by walls. Yep, all of them described here. Their sound. Another one, smell: the scent of stale coffee grounds, lingering faintly in the air like a memory of company once there, now fading. Right? Scent, smell, see right here, stale coffee grounds. Last, taste. One more example: a sip. A sip, then the kind that's been left too long on the counter now, losing flavor. Flavor, connect with taste. See? Right there, sensory details. So, yeah. And right, so these metaphors right over here says so much without directly mentioning loneliness. So they paint a vivid picture that invites readers to feel the isolation. So try experimenting with different imagery until you find the one that feels right for your poem. The more unique the metaphor that is, the more impact it'll have on your readers. We're almost there. Now let's add that final touch by focusing on rhythm and sound. Poetry isn't just about what words mean. It's about how they flow together, creating a musical quality that draws readers in. This is where alliteration, rhyme, and even rhythm comes into play, giving your poem a memorable sound. Now let's see how ChatGPT can help fine-tune these elements. All right, so here's the prompt that I put together. So I would say, ChatGPT, here's my poem draft. Can you suggest adjustments to improve the rhythm and sound, maybe adding subtle alliteration or internal rhyme. So, poem draft, no problem. Here it is, my poem draft right here. Let me just pull that out. Here we go. Once the document is attached to your prompt, let's send this over right about now. So we're asking ChatGPT to make subtle tweaks to our lines, adding, let's say, rhythm without even overdoing it. All right, so once it's finished, we can see if it can suggest some adjustments that give the poem a smoother, more musical feel. Alrighty then. So here is the poem right over here from the document that I just sent over in the quiet moments, right over there. Then down here are the list. There we go, the adjustments made. So one here, internal rhyme and alliteration like presence of peace and tender reminder. Add soft alliteration, enhancing the calming tone. One, echo, no crowd has a subtle internal rhyme, bringing emphasis to this intimate sentiment. So right over here is flow improvement. Silence sustains. In line 4 subtly mirrors remains while adding a gentle sorry, alliterative. There we go. Quality. My apologies for that. Sorry. Tongue gets a bit tense with that word. Okay, then rings true. Adds an additional rhyme within the line, giving a slight lift in the concluding couplet. And last, the adjustment is rhythm refinements. So one, minor tweaks like in the warmth of our silence and whispered for just me and you subtly enhance the cadence without altering the meaning. So yeah, these are all the adjustments made by ChatGPT. So yeah, so try out these what ChatGPT had adjusted, just in case. More like a tip, that is. So just to point out from ChatGPT, and here's the final readjusted poem right here. And yeah, so with this final polish, it can make all the difference in giving your poem a lasting effect. So now you have all the tips and tools just to write a poem that's both personal and powerful. So, with the help of ChatGPT, whether you're a seasoned poet or just getting started, I hope this guide has shown you new ways to express yourself creatively.